Thank you, Chris and Alan. Thank you, Jack and Chancellor Woodson. What a great start to our Innovator Spotlight series. Now, if he can say that much in 2 minutes, let us not be forgiving for the speakers who get 40 minutes and still go over by 10. All right. I promised you that we would get your thoughts on topics as we move through the next 2 days. Let's test out our polling software in the app with a question related to our 30th anniversary. Ready? Got those devices on the app? If you would now go to today's RTP Innovator Spotlight portion of the agenda, please select the Participate in Live Poll button. You should now see what is on the screens to my left and right. Here's the question. How many Emerging Issues Forums have you attended? You've got 6 options. 1, this is my first. 2, 2 to 5. 3, 6 to 10. 4, 11 to 20. 5, 21 to 29. And 6, all 30. Terrific. All right, so can I have all of you who responded 20 or more to stand, please? Stay standing, please, stay standing. Governor Hunt, I need you to stay standing, please. All right. Stay standing if you've done 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Give a hand. Now, it's no coincidence that the co-founder of the Emerging Issues Forum was standing for all 30. He and Mrs. Hunt have been amazing supporters of this convening, driving great energy and vision. And I want to ask him to stand and for the rest of you to recognize him for this unparalleled commitment to the state of North Carolina. Now, for all of you that had 28 or more years, please wave your hands because we actually have a gift for you. It's a copy of a book by our first keynote speaker this morning. And he will be signing your book at the break, so hold on to that, please. All right, I've got one more question for you, this one in preparation for our opening keynotes. You're going to hear a lot in this speech about the digital revolution, and you're going to be trying, I am sure, to place yourself in the midst of the typology that you will be hearing much about. So I want to ask you to answer the following question for me. As you think about this digital revolution, where do you see yourself as fitting in? Are you an innovator, an early adopter? Technology is great person once the price comes down and the bugs all get fixed? Are you, and I'm okay with technology, but we need to manage it and not let it hurt human connection? Have you decided to give up, determining that these changes make things just way too complicated, not simpler or easier? And then finally, are you something other than that we should talk about at the break? Well, there you got it. This is a group of cost-conscious innovators. We'll take your technology, Chris, but we'll wait until the price comes down and you fix all the bugs. All right. So let's now turn to this morning's session, and we'll begin with a speaker tasked with setting the context for our next 2 days. Indeed, over the last 6 months, I can't tell you how many people have said, okay, I get the innovation thing, but why now? What's the sense of urgency? And this speaker has been asked to really set that for you in ways that make it fundamentally clear that we have to have this conversation and we have to have it now. He's going to share why successful companies and communities will be the ones fixated on the question of how they innovate to compete in this era of accelerating everything. As technology drives changes in how we live, how we govern, how we do business, this speaker will help us all better appreciate the opportunities and the risks that abound. Before I turn things over, I do want to note that he will have time to take at least one audience question following his presentation. As I mentioned earlier, you may send that question in via the app, Twitter, email, or for those of you who are in the room, on the index cards at your table. Now, to do the formal introduction of our keynote opening speaker, I'm delighted to call to the stage the newest member of IEI's National Advisory Board. This woman is a force of energy. She serves as Executive Vice President of External Affairs and Strategic Policy for Duke Energy. She leads the company's work on federal affairs, public affairs, environmental and energy policy, corporate communications, and sustainability functions. You all know this is true. With ever-increasing advances in technology helping to drive new models for power generation and delivery, it's hard to think of anyone any better to help us embrace the urgency of now. Please help me welcome to the stage Jennifer Weber.
Good morning. On behalf of IEI's Advisory Board, I want to welcome you to what promises to be an inspiring 2 days. Much has changed since the first Emerging Issues Forum 30 years ago. Businesses and communities across the globe are being transformed by new technologies and increasing connectivity of people, places, and things. These forces of change are significant for Duke Energy and our entire industry. Innovative technologies are shaping the future of how we generate and deliver electricity to power our lives and our economy. Power plants are cleaner than ever, the grid is getting smarter, and renewable energy is an increasingly important part of our mix. And the increased digital connectivity of our customers and their homes opens the door to new expectations for the relationship with their utility. We are listening to our customers. and adapting to offer relevant solutions, providing choice, convenience, and control. Our fundamental commitment remains affordable, reliable, and increasingly clean energy to power our lives and our economy, something that's been critically important in the state of North Carolina. How we achieve this is likely to change dramatically over time. This is why I am really excited to kick things off with our first speaker, who is one of the world's leading authorities on innovation, media, and the economic and social impact of technology. His 1995 bestseller, The Digital Economy, changed thinking around the world about the transformational nature of the internet. The author or co-author of 15 books, he was ranked 4th among the world's most influential management thinkers in 2013 by Thinkers 50 and awarded its Global Solutions Award. Advising business and government leaders around the world, he is here this morning to share his thoughts on how things are changing and what this means for the institutions and systems that have supported our economic competitiveness for the past 30 years. Before welcoming Don Tapscott to the stage, let's first enjoy a brief video that highlights changes in the workplace over the past few decades.